around us, there's 3 places I could have been. I could have been in this room here with 1 million players, or in the main room. We're here, 4622 is my seat. So let's have a walk to the table. I'm going to turn the camera around so we can have a little look, and then I'll come back to you. His name is Wait. Look at this. 2,000 people all trying to get out of one room at the same time. Right, I found a nice quiet little area to talk to you guys. So, we played the first 2 hours of day 2, started with 160,500 chips. Raised the first hand with King Queen of clubs on the button, big blind calls, and the flop comes Queen, Queen, Queen. I've never flopped quads in my life in a tournament. So, obviously I check back, he checks the turn, I bet the smallest I possibly can, he just passes, fair enough. Battled through a few other pots. This table is 10 times harder than my first table. I've got some very good players on my table, so yeah, I've got to start sort of pulling my socks up and playing my A game now. And my 3-betting range has got to widen a little bit, because otherwise, you know, you're going to get pushed around a lot. Played through a few pots, had pocket 8s on a Jack Ace 2 board. Proverbial raise is raised. I've called on the button, just obviously trying to make a set. I'm not ready to start 3-betting this hand. I could have 3-bet this hand, but I didn't. He bet the flop, I called. He checked the turn, I checked. He bet the river. It felt very value betty, so I just passed. And then we had this hand, which was probably completely my fault, but hey, whatever. So the blinds are 1,500, 3,000, and I make it, yeah, cool man, yeah. And I make it a guy makes it 6,000 from the button, and I called in the big blind with Queen 4 of hearts. I was in for 3,000, and the flop comes Queen 5-6. Check, he c-bets, I call. He just lost a couple of pots, which is very important for this hand, because I felt he was getting ready to bluff, but I could be wrong. The turn card pairs the 5, obviously I love this card. I check, and I'm trying to look at his stack, and he has about 72,000 chips left. He bets 13,000. I know if I call this 13,000, I've got to call the shove on the river. So I call, it comes a 10 on the river, so the board's now Queen 5, 5, 6, 10. Obviously I check, because I want him to include all his bluffs in his bet. And he bets whatever it is, 56,000. He's got 56,500 left, so he leaves himself 500 chips. I look at him, I say, this is a terrible play by me. I shouldn't have called with this hand out in the first place. Give me a second. We go through all the rigmarole, and I'm staring at this guy, and I'm thinking, I know he's lined up this river shove. I know that he's should be ace king, or you know, it should be ace king, ace sort of jack, ace 10. I mean, it can be ace queen, but really? And I'm thinking, and then all of a sudden, first time I've had what I call a real solid live read on someone. I don't normally think a lot. I'm a very quick player, as most of you know. He just gulps. He doesn't even mean to. He's just sitting dead still, motionless, and I just happen to be looking at him, and he gulps. I think he doesn't like this. So then I just call when he shows ace king, and I win that pot, so that's good. We've now got 246,500 chips. I nicked a couple of pots after that, and then stayed out of the way. So it pays 1,642 players, and I think there's about 1,800 left, 1,850, something like that. We're about 200 away from the money. But as I say, quite an Aggie table, so we've got to carry on being Aggie to keep our chip stack together. Because what you don't want to do in these tournaments, especially at the World Series, is get short stacked when you're getting near the bubble, because people start opening up and you can lose so many chips in the hour and a half, 2 hours before the bubble bursts, where you know you haven't got a lot of chips and people are getting super aggressive. See you back at the tables. Bye guys. Sorry, just eating. Here we are. Just stopped in the break to watch the 50k Poker Player Championship. This guy here, Mr. Daniel Negreanu, who still has chips. I might even walk past and have a little sneaky look, see how many he's got. Japan. Japan in the house.
For the first time in tournament here. Almost in the money.
Almost in the money. We cashed. We cashed $3,000, so we're off and running now. $3,000 in the bank. Now we can play some poker. 110 started with, ish, like 108, 110, 112. Yeah, 112,000.
You asking how many? You want to ask me? I can count for you.
No, it's okay. I can.
I'm telling you roughly.
I'll just let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 6, 7 o'clock, dinner break, 1 hour. I've got 142,000 dead 2 hours. Every time I tried to do something, they fought back and they had it. Nothing we can do about that one. 142,000, there's 800 players left. Guaranteed 3,560 quid. The average is 320, so we've got a double when we get back. Trying to find a spot, but couldn't find anything. Literally 2 hands before we left, actually found aces, second to act. I've got 13 big blinds, obviously I just stick it in. It just looks so strong if I just raise there. No one had anything, fair enough. So we've got an hour's break and we'll come back from the break with 3 hands before we're in the blinds. The blinds are going to be 5 and 10,000. It's going to be, you know, pushing time very, very quickly. As soon as we get back, we'll either be in it or we'll be out. I'll see you back at the tables. Cheers. I'm back from a break. I pick up aces, as you can see, and no one gives me any action. And then this happens. Show me the bad news. Okay. It's that time.
Good luck, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Two orbits later from those aces, which is about nearly an hour, 40 minutes. Game was quite slow. I pick up pocket tens under the gun. Obviously, this is a jamming spot. So they all go in. 221,000 chips go in the middle. It passes quite quickly, actually, right around, all the way around the table to the big blind, who slides his chips in as quick as he possibly can. And as you can see, tables ace of diamonds, king of diamonds. The flop comes 2, 8, queen. Turn is a 3. I'm standing right next to the dealer, standing up, literally leaning on him, trying to push him every time a card comes over. I say to him, please, dealer, not this time, just this one time, don't do it to me. And let's see what happens. Yes, I doubled up. As you've probably seen, we just had pocket tens, second to act. I've only got 205,000 left. The blinds are 6,000, 12,000. I shoved all in, second to act. Come round to the big blind. Matthew, I've been chatting to him for the last 3-4 hours. He snaps me off with ace king. And for once, just for once, the 10's held. We got up to 410. The very next hand with 33 seconds to go before the break. The man's all in under the gun for 24,000. The blinds are 6 and 12. Comes around to me on the button. I found 9, so I make it 50,000. Small blind passes. I just want the big blind to pass. I can get a little bit. I can just play this guy. I'm going to get 3 to 1 to play this guy heads up. Now he decides to call. Flop comes ace, queen, 3. He checks, I check. Turn comes another queen to make 3 clubs. I've obviously got the 9 of clubs. He checks, I check. River comes an offsuit 10. He bets after fold, and he's got queen 10. So he's river the house. Done 50k there. So I've got 350,000. 489 runners left. 2 levels to go. 1 double. And we'll be coming back to day 3. See you back at the tables. And an hour and a half later, we get exactly what we wished for. Ace king versus queens. He raises my small blind. I find queens and I just jam the whole lot in because they never believe you when you jam it in. Snaps me off with ace king, and let's have a look and see what happens.
I said so. Go ahead.
Yeah.
done, bud. We held ace queen versus ace king, ace queens versus ace
350.
king. Held again. No.
You get 2 calls. And obviously I held. Couldn't possibly believe that was going to happen to me, but I did hold up. Didn't play another hand for 54 minutes until this hand, which was the second last hand of the night. Bulgarian Aggie guy raises. I'm in the small blind with ace-6 of clubs, and I peel. Big blind peels as well. The flop comes ace-jack-9. I don't think I've recorded the rest of this hand, so I'll have to tell you what happened. Yeah, ace-jack-9, check, he c-bets, I call, big blind thinks forever passes. Turn, pairs the 9, which obviously I love. I check, he checks back. Obviously, we think we're golden here. River comes a 2, and I check, and he bets 110,000 chips. By the time his chips hit the felt, so do mine. Obviously, I snap call. Just looks at me, rolls his eyes, and throws his hand in the muck. And that was a lovely end to the day. A nice 150,000 chips added to our stack. I've got 825,000. Next to me is Connor Rash. Please say hello to everybody, Connor in the UK.
How's it going?
He's got 2.4 million chips. He just sat here quietly for about 10, 11 hands. He decided, I've got Queen 8. This will do me. He raises. The other chip leader in trap 1 flat calls. Flop comes 8. Connor, what does it come? 8?
It was 8-4 deuce.
8-4 deuce. He bets out. The other guy flats. Turn comes an 8, which I think he likes. He checks. The guy bets. How much, Connor?
100 and the 300.
100, and then Connor makes it. 275. Guy calls. River comes a king. Connor says, I want to put it all in. He thinks forever with about 585 effective. This goes on for about 7-8 minutes, and then Connor puts his hand over his hoodie and calls the clock on him. And he gets a birthday gift with 9s, where the man can't stop smiling. Connor Rash, look out for him. There's big chances of making the final table in this one. Right, I'm going to do it here at the table instead of walking back. We have finished with 1,085,000 chips for the second day. Let's have a quick look at the board, which is behind me. The average is 857,000. There are 319 players left, so that's 300. First is 1.2 million pounds, and the second is £1 million. So there's 317 people between me and £1 million. So we've got a good chance, guys. You've seen all the hands on the vlog. Hopefully I've showed you, and we've chatted to some people. Hope you enjoyed today. We're back tomorrow at 11 o'clock to start all over again when the blinds are going to be. Sorry, dear.
Is that your table?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat.
I've been told to sit down by the tournament director, so I will do that.
What's up? Listen up, guys. He's going to give out pins, and then he's going to give out bags. I'm going to give out slips. We're going to start right here in the 5 seat. On your slip, I need your name, your hometown, and your chip count. On the bag, I need your name and your new seat assignment, which you can find right here in the middle of your slip.
We've just been told what to do, so we're going to get on and do that. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. We return at 11 a.m.